Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life Chronicles of Ms. Diane. This is the place where we explore faith, love, and lifestyle, and I'm so glad you're here with me. Last month we dove deep into the world of love, and it was an incredible journey. This month I want to take it a step further and talk about something truly powerful, forgiving love. You know, forgiveness isn't just about letting someone else off the hook. It's about elevating your own thinking and moving into a much healthier, more peaceful space. We'll be looking at what it means to forgive others, and just as importantly, how to forgive yourself. There's so much truth to unravel here, and I can't wait to get started with you. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single part of this conversation. Let's grow together.
Let's talk about something really tough. We're going to get into that deeply personal journey of finding peace after a relationship is over, especially when it feels like you'll never get that closure you're so desperate for.
And it all really boils down to this one gut-wrenching question, doesn't it? We get so hung up on needing that final conversation, that one moment where they acknowledge the hurt. But what if it's just not coming? Are we supposed to just stay stuck in that pain forever?
And that question leads to an even bigger one. We tend to think peace and reconciliation are the same thing, that we have to fix it or get that apology to feel okay again. But what if there's another way? A path to a real, lasting peace that has absolutely nothing to do with them.
So this is where you land, right here, at a fork in the road in your healing journey. And you've got to make a really fundamental choice about what forgiveness even means. And this is the question you have to ask yourself, straight up. Is the whole point of forgiveness to let them off the hook? Or is it to finally free yourself from the burden of carrying all that hurt around? Because honestly, the answer to that changes everything.
Let's break this down. On one hand, you have forgiveness for them. This path keeps you stuck, just waiting for something they have to do. It puts all the power in their hands. But then there's forgiveness for you, and that is a total game changer. It's an act of power. It's all internal, something only you can decide, and its only goal is your freedom, your peace. So if you decide to take the path of forgiving for yourself, your whole destination changes. You're not looking for closure from them anymore. The new goal, the real goal, is finding your own internal peace.
So what is this internal peace we're talking about? It's not about pretending you're okay or that the hurt didn't happen. It's radical acceptance. It's about looking at the reality of the situation, knowing you can't change it, and then making a conscious choice to let go of needing the story to have a different ending. And you know what? This is the best part. This is where you take your power back. This kind of peace isn't fragile. It can't be given to you, and more importantly, it can't be taken away by anyone else. Why? Because you're the one building it brick by brick. It's your sanctuary.
Okay, so that sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it? It can all feel a little abstract, so let's get concrete. Let's talk about a powerful ritual you can use to process all of those messy, unresolved feelings. It's all about the power of unsent words.
This is called the unsent letter. It's incredibly simple, but wow, is it effective. You find a quiet spot and you just write. No filter. You write down the anger, the sadness, the confusion, the good stuff, the bad stuff, everything. You hold absolutely nothing back. And then comes the most important step of all. You do not send it. I mean it. This letter is for you. It's not for them.
So why does this work so well? Because it gives you that emotional release you crave without any of the risk. No confrontation, no chance of getting hurt again. It lets you finally put words to your pain, and in doing that, you create closure. But this time, it's on your terms. This one act can clear out so much emotional clutter, finally making space for you to really start healing.
Okay, so you've done the hard work. You've cleared out that space with your letter. Now what? Well, now you have to protect it. You have to build a sanctuary for your heart as it heals. And for that, we can actually draw some incredible strength from some very ancient words about shelter and protection.
This comes from Psalm 91. It's this beautiful idea about finding shelter. And the key word here is dwells. It suggests that if we consciously choose where our mind and our spirit live, we can find a true place of rest, a refuge from all the storms.
And the power in this line is the action, I will say. It's not a wish, it's a declaration. You are actively choosing your source of strength. You're building your fortress with your own words, claiming a safe place where those emotional storms just can't get to you. I mean, just picture that imagery for a second. It's so deeply comforting. It speaks to this idea of being completely protected, a shield for direct attacks, a rampart, a whole defensive wall around you. It's a powerful metaphor for being surrounded and guarded while you heal. And it ends with this beautiful promise, really. It's the idea that you are not walking this hard road by yourself, that you're being guided, supported, and watched over as you take those first steps into your new, peaceful future.
So we'll leave you with this last thought to chew on. We're so conditioned to think of love as something we give away. But after a relationship ends, after all that pain, what if the bravest, most profound act of love is the one you show yourself? The love that chooses to let go, to forgive for your own freedom, and to build a peace that nobody can ever take away from you.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you in any way, I'd really appreciate it if you could tap that like button. It makes a huge difference. And hey, for a little fun, drop a purple heart emoji in the comments below. I'd also love to hear what your biggest takeaway was from today's video. Your feedback is super valuable and it helps me create more of what you want to see. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you know someone who could benefit from this, please feel free to share it with them. Spreading the knowledge is what it's all about. Thanks again for your amazing support. I'll see you in the next one.
All right, let's dive into something that, well, I think it's something we've all felt at some point. We're going to talk about how you find peace when the apology you really, really deserve just never shows up. This is all about forgiveness, but maybe not in the way you're used to thinking about it. So, let's just start with the question that's at the heart of all of this. Do we forgive for them, or do we do it for ourselves? I mean, really, think about that. This one question can totally reframe how we look at being wronged. It's just the whole goal from trying to fix a broken relationship to, well, to healing ourselves. And that leads us straight into a place that can be so painful and so familiar, waiting for the apology that never came. It's that feeling, like you're just stuck in emotional quicksand and your own peace is being held hostage while you wait and wait for something that might never actually happen. And here's the crazy part. That feeling of waiting, it can start to feel even heavier than whatever happened in the first place. It's not just a one-time thing. It becomes this constant draining weight where your ability to feel okay is completely in someone else's hands. So this forces us to ask a really, really tough question. Can peace actually arrive without reconciliation? Is it even possible to find your own sense of calm, your own kind of closure, if the other person never ever admits what they did? So, if peace doesn't come from them, where does it come from? Well, that brings us to this incredibly powerful tool, something you can do entirely on your own for yourself. It's called writing the unsent letter. So what is this exactly? Okay, the unsent letter is basically a private space that you create just for you to get all your feelings out on the table. And here's the most important part. I mean, this is the whole point. Its purpose is internal clarity, not external communication. This is not about writing a letter to send to them. It's about finding clarity for you. The whole process is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly profound. It just breaks down into 3 steps. First, you acknowledge the pain. You stop pushing it down and you give it a name. Step 2, you write without a filter. Just get every single raw emotion out, no judgment. The goal is brutal honesty, not perfect prose. And then finally, through that release, you can actually start to find your peace. Now, inside this letter, there's one part, one section that really does the heaviest emotional lifting. This is what we're calling the core paragraph, love without the return. And believe me, this is where the real work, the real transformation begins. To sit with this question for a second. What does love look like when the person never comes back? And this isn't just about romantic love, not at all. It's about self-love. It's about the kind of love you need to find peace. It completely shifts the focus from trying to get them back to getting yourself back. Look at this. It really breaks down the 2 different paths we can take. On one side, you've got reconciliation. That's a 2-player game, right? It requires 2 people, it hangs on getting an apology, and it's all about finding closure from the outside. You're basically giving someone else the keys to your peace. But then, look at the other side. Inner peace. That's a solo mission. It's an individual act that depends only on your own acceptance. And what does it create? Internal freedom. You hold the key. And this is the moment. This is where forgiveness stops being about condoning what they did or letting them off the hook. No way. Instead, it becomes this powerful act of reclaiming your own story, You are literally taking back the power to write your own next chapter, totally free from the weight of waiting for them. Alright, so we get to the end of the letter, but we're not just going to sign off with our name. This is something different. This is the final signature, a prayer to let go. What a powerful way to reframe the ending, right? So instead of signing your name, you end with an intention. Your letter closes with a prayer. It's like a personal commitment to yourself, to strengthen your emotional boundaries at the very same moment you finally let go of your attachment to the past. So, what's this prayer really for? Well, it serves two huge purposes. First, it's about self-protection. You're consciously deciding to strengthen your emotional guard against being hurt like this again. But just as important, it's the ultimate act of freedom. You're finally releasing your attachment to the outcome. You are officially, right then and there, taking back your emotional independence. And so that leaves us with this one last question. And this question isn't for them, it is all for you. If your peace truly doesn't require their return, if it doesn't need their apology to exist, then where can you start to find it right now, today?
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you in any way, I'd really appreciate it if you could tap that like button. It makes a huge difference. And hey, for a little fun, drop a purple heart emoji in the comments below. I'd also love to hear what your biggest takeaway was from today's video. Your feedback is super valuable and it helps me create more of what you want to see. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you know someone who could benefit from this, please feel free to share it with them. Spreading the knowledge is what it's all about. Thanks again for your amazing support. I'll see you in the next one.